Hi, graveyard. Welcome back to your graveyard shift. Don't forget to clock in because this one is gonna be good. Today, I am introducing you guys to Kimeya Oakley, who is going to be our founding sim for my brand new Legacy Let's Play and Legacy Challenge that I plan to release, which is the American Girl Doll Legacy Challenge, or the American Girl Legacy Challenge. And it is based off of all of the historical American Girl dolls. When I was little, I was obsessed with American Girl everything. I had so many different American Girl dolls. I had the Girl of the Year at the time, which I think was like 2008 or 2009, and that was Nikki. I had one historical American Girl doll, believe it or not. Like, I did not have any of the classic historical American Girl dolls. I had Julie, the 1970s inspired American Girl doll. So that was the only historical girl doll I ever owned. I had one of those, Just Like Me American Girl dolls. And then I believe I had another Girl of the Year. Her name is escaping me, but she was the one who's like obsessed with figure skating. I had been to the American Girl doll store in New York City a bunch. I had all the movies, all the books, like the magazine subscription, you name it. I was obsessed with American Girl. So I thought, what would be such a cool legacy challenge to do and be able to utilize all of the skills and aspirations and packs and all the things that The Sims has to offer than trying out the American Girl Legacy Challenge. So this is a 20-ish generation legacy challenge based off of the historical American Girl dolls, and the sim that I am making for you guys today is our founder based off of Kimeya Oakley, who is the 8th historical American Girl doll. Now, the generations, the way that I did them, they are in historical chronological order, not in order by like historical American Girl doll release. So because Kaya's generation is based off of 1764 Native America, that is who we're starting with. And then the following generation, just to give you guys an idea, we're still in the 1700s. It's 1765, and that will be Felicity. Then it jumps to the 1800s and, so on, so on. Kimeya Oakley is the 8th historical American Girl doll, will be generation 1 for this legacy challenge. And I will go into a little bit more depth once we get to the very first episode of this legacy challenge and let's play series for Kaya's generation, or Kimeya's generation in our case. But Kimeya Oakley is going to be our founder, and she has the nature nomad aspiration. She has the adventurous, ambitious, and loves outdoor traits, and that is very heavily inspired by Kaya herself. A little bit about Kaya from the American Girl Doll website is she grew up in 1764. She is considered adventurous and spirited, and she is part of the Nimi Poo tribe. She loves horses, and she has like this one heart horse, and she loves caring for her family. She is courageous and determined and mischievous, very mischievous. She has a very, very big family. She's got a mom, dad, older sister, 2 younger twin brothers. She has a blind adopted sister, and she has both sets of grandparents, both paternal and maternal. And then Kaya's horse is called Steps High. It is an Appaloosa mare. She will be heavily inspired by Kaya's historical journey. So for inspiration, I used the American Girl website, I used the American Girl wiki to kind of get a more fleshed out version of each American Girl, because obviously these American Girl dolls have movies, they have books, they just have like all these different like forms of media and like written things all about them. So we're going to be trying our best to model after each historical American Girl doll. This is also going to be where you guys come in. So this is kind of like the playtesting stage of my legacy challenge. So any feedback, any criticism, anything like that, I am open to. I would love to make this challenge as good as possible for everybody. I will say right off the bat, it is going to be a very pack heavy legacy challenge. I myself like to collect all of the Sims packs, so I am trying to use as many of them as possible, especially because it is a 20 generation legacy challenge. You kind of need to just have as much variety as possible. But obviously if you guys don't have all of the packs, do what you can and, try to, So if anybody doesn't have all of the packs that are eventually going to be required for this legacy challenge, if you guys come up with like a base game version or something like that, like I am all for it. I am all ears. Just make sure that you guys, when you do play this in any form or capacity and you're posting about it, just make sure that I get credited, LunarGhosties, since I did come up with the challenge itself. Some basic rules and suggestions for this challenge, and I will have this posted. I am working very hard on my Tumblr right now to get it up there because I like going to other Simmers Tumblrs and seeing their creations and legacy challenges, so I thought that would be a good home for it. But again, it's in the very rough early stages still, so not all of the generations are completely written out. Some are still very much in the works. The later ones are very much in the works, but I have majority of them done. So I am ready to start playtesting and getting it out into your guys' hands. So, rules, suggestions. Long lifespan is definitely recommended, just to make the most of the challenge and ensure that you can get every generation properly completed. All goals and requirements have to be met before the next generation takes over. No money cheats allowed. You can play with mods. I love mods and CC, but no money cheats. We are going to be as authentic as we can. But the way I like to usually start off any kind of legacy challenge, unless the rules say otherwise, I usually start off with at least 1,000 simoleons to get me going. But you can always start with less or do a true rags to riches starting at 0 if you so choose. Just don't, do mother load or anything like that to get you where you need to be. Your sim must have all the traits and aspirations required for each generation. Obviously, this will be different for those who don't have all of the packs. And then once the aspiration is completed, you are free to choose a new one if you wish. And like I said, it's a very pack-heavy challenge, so most packs will be a requirement. That's basically the gist. So I hope you guys are excited. I'm excited to get this Let's Play kind of going and playtesting and seeing how everything works. Kimeya here is going to be living off of the land in a cute little secluded cabin with her heart horse in Innisgreen because I had gotten Enchanted by Nature and I'm really excited to play it and kind of see what that's all about. So her generation is going to be kind of like heavily involving Enchanted by Nature aspects, and I'm excited for you to meet Kimeya's family and get to know them a little bit, and we will see where this challenge takes us. I hope you guys are excited. This legacy challenge has been a year in the making, and I am just so ready to kind of get it off the ground running. So I hope you guys are looking forward to it. Thank you guys so much for clocking into your shift today. I hope it was an exciting little work day for you guys. And make sure you subscribe to keep in the know on this legacy challenge and how it goes. And like I said, as you guys watch or play along, please let me know if there's anything that needs to be improved or clarified or something doesn't make sense or just doesn't work or the generations don't flow as well. Please let me know. Any feedback is welcome, of course. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys so soon. Don't forget to clock out for your shift. We don't want anybody working overtime. And I will see you guys soon.